Terrence Howard has ignited controversy with a new interview in which he made explosive claims about Sean Diddy Combs, alleging that multiple high-profile celebrities were involved in secret sexual relationships and that speaking out came with intimidation and threats. At the same time, Combs' legal troubles have deepened, as a newly filed lawsuit has reportedly mentioned Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and LeBron James within its court filings, though none have been formally charged. If Combs is ultimately convicted, some observers speculate the case could expose what they claim is one of the most far-reaching sex trafficking networks ever alleged in the entertainment industry.
Speak against me and use the same courage that it took for me to say those truths. Man to man, eye to eye, integrity and in truth. I've spent a lifetime earning the right to speak with the conviction about these truths that I speak. So if you want to tear that down, have the decency to come and say it directly to my face and say it like a man.
Oscar-nominated actor Terrence Howard says he stepped away from Hollywood because he believed he understood what was happening behind closed doors. According to Howard, casting couches and sexual favors weren't rumors. They were embedded in the culture of the industry. He claims the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs, along with recordings allegedly connected to the case, only reinforces what he says he witnessed firsthand. Speaking on the Patrick Bet David podcast, Howard revealed that he turned down major roles that could have dramatically altered his career, insisting he refused to compromise his integrity. He alleged that Combs wanted more than just a professional relationship, but Howard says he made it clear he was not for sale.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing. And I've lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit. Because the man card means everything.
Terrence Howard said that those who agreed to these alleged arrangements often paid a heavy psychological price. In his view, no level of fame or success could undo the emotional damage. What's the value of success, he questioned, if it costs you your self-respect? Howard further claimed that some stars, including Justin Bieber and Usher, have struggled with long-lasting emotional scars from abuse, alleging that some turn to substance use as a way to numb painful memories. These statements reflect Howard's perspective and have not been independently verified.
You see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter.
Before the interview aired, Terrence Howard posted a cryptic and ominous message on social media, warning that he was about to expose what he called long-standing lies. "This is the end of the great lie," he wrote. "The revolution has begun. Make way for life. Stay tuned. We're just getting started." After going public, Howard claimed he was confronted by powerful figures he had referenced in his statements and alleged that he received threats as a result. In a subsequent video, he doubled down on his claims, making it clear that he had no intention of backing down.
Listen, before y'all talk about me, y'all need to talk to me. You see, once upon a time, if a man questioned another man's honor, he didn't do it from the shadows. He had to do it out in the open, with his name, his chest out, and his chin high. Not hiding behind a keyboard or tucked behind edited clips of fair use disclaimers. You see, citing Section 107 of the Copyright Act does not give you free rein to defame, misrepresent, or harm another's reputation. Fair use is not a shield for character assassination. So here's the simple truth. If you take my words, my image, my ideas, and twist them to feed your fear and inflate your ego, if you profit off of my name while calling me a liar, then be prepared to stand behind your accusation.
Howard says his remarks are meant to spotlight what he believes is a long-standing and deeply troubling pattern within Hollywood. In his view, the industry has repeatedly enabled abuse, pointing to disgraced figures such as Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Roman Polanski, and Sean Diddy Combs as examples of powerful men accused of exploiting others. According to Howard, these individuals built influence and empires by targeting the vulnerable. He has further alleged that Combs played a central role in what Howard described as a hidden network, sometimes referred to by him as a gay mafia, which he claims connected music executives, record labels, and film industry figures in organized sexual exploitation. These assertions reflect Howard's statements and have not been independently verified.
You got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. You know, who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man.
The narrative echoes warnings 50 Cent says he has been voicing for years. He has claimed that those who attended Sean Diddy Combs' infamous parties were fully aware of what was allegedly taking place, but chose silence because speaking out could cost them their careers. According to 50 Cent, that silence, and, in some cases, active participation in covering things up, made people complicit in a system of abuse. He has repeatedly stated that he avoided those gatherings altogether, saying he refused to play along or be part of what he described as a corrupt machine.
Haven't liked each other business-wise for a long time.
Well, that's why it's only business. It was really away from that. I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. Now, when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter, like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, yo, I'll spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this. And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable.
50 Cent has suggested that not everyone chose to distance themselves. He has publicly pointed to Meek Mill, noting that the rapper was frequently seen alongside Sean Diddy Combs, shopping together, attending events, and appearing closely aligned, particularly after 50 Cent says he cut ties with Combs. According to 50 Cent, Combs allegedly made advances toward him, which he says he rejected. He has claimed that others did not make the same choice, alleging that some agreed to compromises in exchange for career opportunities, wealth, or influence. These statements reflect 50 Cent's perspective and have not been independently verified.
Also, when he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, now Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not Photoshop. This is real style. Stop it, man. You set that up. Look, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. Guys may say to a girl, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think is happening in the middle?
I don't know what is going on there. Because it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we got to hang out now. Hang out. Yeah. He said, I don't know, man. I take you shopping and I get you some flash and you could give me the hood shit. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm going to mess up the way. Certain things, they let it go by because it's Puff. He wasn't like in the closet. He was like in the hallway.
All these years, you being the only one calling this out.
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They said you're a hater. They said you're crazy.
You do this, and now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting.
Critics argue that Meek Mill was not the only high-profile figure closely associated with Sean Diddy Combs. For years, Jay-Z and Beyonce have been publicly linked to Combs through social and industry events. Some commentators claim that recent court filings reference their presence at gatherings connected to Combs, though neither has been charged with wrongdoing. Speculation has also circulated online about their marriage being a strategic partnership to expand their business influence, claims that remain unproven. While their names have reportedly appeared in connection with multiple civil lawsuits, no formal accusations have been brought against them. Any suggestion of future criminal charges remains speculative, and all parties are presumed innocent unless proven otherwise.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those fucking trophies, came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
This guy. You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
he had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
He ain't show up.
He had like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
At the same time, he got them shits. He started drinking. His pictures with him like fucking things the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like, They don't sing yet. They don't sing.
Right.
They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them.
Observers also point out that Sean Diddy Combs was closely connected to many prominent hip-hop figures during the 2000s. Artists such as Busta Rhymes, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and Usher were frequently photographed attending events and parties associated with him, connections that, on their own, do not imply wrongdoing. In 2018, renewed attention fell on Combs following a violent incident at Trump National Doral Golf Club when a gunman opened fire on the property. The suspect, Jonathan Audie, later made disturbing claims during police interviews, alleging he had been manipulated and controlled and referring to himself as a sex slave of Combs. These statements were allegations made by Audie and were not proven in court.
You better believe it. Shout at Dap Jam. We the best. You know what it is. It's 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe.
Big shout to my man Drake is in the house. Fabulous is in the house. This is all brotherly love. My biggest brother with all the boss, Ricky Ross, is in the house. Ricky Ross report to the grass. DJ Khaled, he's the best. He's in the house. Tiana Taylor is in the house. My brother Chris Brown, I'm escaping with him from thick and thin. Chris Brown is in the house. You know what I'm saying? The something ain't right, so I know Chris Brown is in the house. Big shout to my son Quincy, my son Christian, my son Justin.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay?
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter, okay? I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
And I'm sure that's probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
yes,
right?
Without a doubt, you are invited.
That is so generous.
A newly filed civil lawsuit has further complicated matters for Jay-Z and Beyoncé, naming them, along with LeBron James and Gloria Estefan, in connection with alleged events tied to Sean Diddy Combs. None of the named individuals have been charged with wrongdoing, according to the complaint, filed in Florida on April 1st and first reported by E! News. The plaintiff, Joseph Manzaro, alleges he was drugged, abducted, and assaulted in April 2015 as part of what he describes as a coercive and organized criminal enterprise. The lawsuit claims the defendants attended or were present at a party connected to Combs, where the alleged abuse occurred. In his filing, Manzaro states that he lost consciousness after encountering a substance he described as greasy while opening the door to his home. He claims he was then transported against his will to another residence, where an associate allegedly told him that Combs wanted him brought to what was described as a freak-off event. The suit further alleges that Manzaro was moved through a concealed tunnel connecting properties in Miami and that, upon regaining partial consciousness, he found himself inside a large party space that he believed was a birthday celebration. Combs, who is currently awaiting federal trial on separate matters, is facing additional allegations of human trafficking in connection with this civil case. All